What's going on? Podcast episode 132. Hope everyone had a good Easter and a good weekend. I feel like Easter officially kicks off springtime. Yeah, man, it was a little chilly here in Cincinnati, but Friday and Saturday were super, super nice. Got my grass cut for the first time this year. We're off, baby. We're off. Once you cut that grass the first time, you got to keep at it. Got to keep at it. So, yeah, man. Hope everyone had a good Easter. We had a good one. It's always fun celebrating with the family and just getting some extra time with extended family. And yeah, man. Definitely nice. Definitely a nice time. Yeah, man. Hope everyone is doing well. We dropped a new song, Same Me, out now. It's one I'm definitely excited about. It's one that was giving us some issues on the streaming site, or the distribution site, really. But we got it taken care of. I got the album uploaded. And I actually got an email that I had an issue with the album upload. So, man, I'll tell you what. I don't know what it is. If it's the distribution right now that's like giving artist fits. But yeah, I don't know. The problem that I had with the recent song that I just dropped was that the beat sounded too familiar, like to another beat that was already uploaded by another artist. And of course, you know, I had to reach out to the producer, make sure everything was good there, and it was. But I don't understand why distribution is flagging this stuff when they don't have like 100% proof that the beat doesn't belong to the artist or to the producer. I don't think that you should be able to flag a song based on how it sounds. Especially, per my producer, none of the sounds that he used were samples or owned by another artist. These were all manufactured by the producer. So that tells me that the distribution site is flagging beats that sound similar to other beats, regardless if they are or not. So it's just a headache that artists have to deal with. One thing that I'm really good about is making sure that any beats that I use that aren't mine, I pay the producers for those beats. Whether it's a lease, whether it's a outright ownership. A lot of people don't think about that, but that's something that I do hold strong on. I never want a producer to reach out to me and be like, dude, why did you release a song over my beat and you don't own it? You never paid me for the beat. I never want that to happen. Because you only get one first impression, and if a producer feels like you stole something from him, he has every right to think that you're a shitty person. I think that's part of making music, is you take care of your producers, you take care of your engineers, you take care of anybody that has any affiliation with the song. So yeah, man, so it's a pain in the butt thing that artists have to deal with right now with distribution. I think the whole like AI thing comes into play, because I wonder if AI is scanning all these different beats and sounds, and it comes to the conclusion like, oh, this beat sounds too similar to this beat over here, even though they aren't affiliated at all. I think that's where the discrepancy is. So it's definitely a pain. It's not something that I want to keep dealing with, to be honest with you. Not saying that I'm gonna like quit making music or uploading music, but if I have to find a different way to go about doing things, that's just is what it is at this point. Because it's a huge headache to have to, one, get the producer involved. But on this last song that we just released, Same Me, they tagged a whole different producer that had nothing to do with the producer I actually got the beat from. So I had to reach out to a guy I've never even talked to, never even worked with or anything, for him to clear the release. I'm like, how does this guy even own it? He didn't produce the track, but somehow his email was affiliated with the beat. So it's just a mess, man. Long story short, music, behind the music, is very messy for artists. And, if you want to make music, that's just shit that you have to deal with. You have to deal with things being messy sometimes. So, I will be glad once this album finally drops, man. We have worked very, very hard on this project. It's taken us over a year at this point, a year and a half actually. So to finally release this thing is going to be a huge weight off my shoulders, weight off my engineer's shoulders. It's just going to be a nice release overall, and not just a physical musical release, but a relief off our shoulders and everything else. So there's a lot of pressure when you go to upload an album, because a lot of things can go wrong, and you just pray that everything goes right and that the universe is going to take care of you. So yeah, man. So I say all that to just say, things behind the releases of music and albums and songs, it's messy, and it's not always, it's not always easy. It's not simple. But it is worth it. It is worth it. But yeah, man. So, Same Me, out right now, featuring Bruiser Wolf and Emac Made It. I'm super excited about this song, man. Shout out Bruiser Wolf. If you don't know who he is, go check him out. He's blowing up in the underground hip-hop scene right now, out of Detroit, Michigan. And, I can't thank him enough. Because he even got notified by the distributor about the issues with the song. And so, it's just, man, it's so messy. So I'm thankful for Bruiser for being patient with us. I think he understood, like, hey, it's not our doing, but at the same time, we're passionate about this. We want to get it resolved, because this song means a whole lot to us. It meant a whole lot to us, and I think he knows that. So shout out Wolf. Go check out his new album with Sheefy McFly, out now. Yeah, man. So we're just out here grinding. Right now, I got the album slated to come out on April 17th. So depending on what happens with this this new issue that comes up, we're hoping to release on the 17th. If it doesn't happen, it'll be shortly after that. But we'll figure it out. We always do, we always do, baby. But yeah, man. What else is going on? It was nice to get my grass cut, man. There's something therapeutic about cutting grass. I don't know what it is. I think it's something to do with, like, the sensory of it. It's kind of like coloring. Trying to stay in the lines, and then when you look at the finished product, There's something like gratifying about that. So it was nice, man. It definitely inspired me to start some new projects out in my yard. And I'm thankful, man. I'm thankful to have a yard to maintain and take care of. I'm thankful to just be able to create. You know, I don't. It's easy to look at yard work like it's just work, but I think it's funner. I know that's not a word, but it's more fun to look at it like it's just a creation, almost another piece of your art. So last year, man, we didn't do too much with the yard. We just had a lot of stuff going on at the time, but yeah, my wife and I, we're both pretty inspired right now. We want to tackle the yard, get it looking nice, and just make it feel more like home. Just make it feel like home, you know. So, man, I don't know what it is, but recently I've just been like not good at talking. Like my words have just been kind of slurred and just not coming out the way that I want them to. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know. I'm trying to stay positive about it, but it is frustrating. You know, I'm trying to talk to people and here I am slurring over my words, trying to figure out what the hell I'm saying, like mid-sentences. And it's just, honestly, it's a little embarrassing. You're just like, damn, they probably think I'm like drunk or something. And I'm not. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell I'm saying, I guess. Hopefully I'm not the only one going through that. And I don't think it's like a nervous thing. I don't feel nervous when I'm talking, but maybe it is. Maybe it's like an underlying nerve issue where my words just don't come out the way that I want them to. Or maybe I need to slow down a little bit or something. Who knows? Just got to give myself some grace, you know? We're just out here trying to be the best versions of us that we can be. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's really bumming me out about this whole music shit, though. Like, you get all excited about releasing a project or releasing a song, and then 2 days later you get an email from the distributor with some bullshit, just, you know. And it's just annoying, man. I mean, this is stuff that like a manager would typically take care of, I think, if you're signed. So unfortunately I'm not, so having to deal with all this stuff on top of creating art, it's a pain in the butt, man. You know, it's just one more thing that we got to deal with as artists, as independent artists, on top of doing everything else, you know, on top of promoting, on top of creating cover arts and creating visuals and all this other shit, man. It's just, you know, on top of uploading everything to all of your social sites. So it's just a pain, man. It's an unfortunate pain that we have to deal with, but like I said, man, it's worth it. It's worth it regardless. And I've been doing this shit for so long, like there's not much that I haven't really dealt with, you know, as far as the distributors. So we'll get there, man. We'll get there sooner or later. It's frustrating, but I'm just trying to learn how to manage that frustration. Sometimes I wonder if like frustration is a sign, from God that bigger things are on the way. And I've been feeling like real frustrated lately. I know I talked about it in my last episode, just this like weird sense of frustration. Like maybe I'm not meant to be where I'm at right now. But I'm handling it, I'm trying to do the best I can. I think it's important to acknowledge when you're frustrated instead of trying to dismiss it all the time, but acknowledge it, realize like these are real feelings that people go through. It doesn't make you a bad person to admit that. It doesn't make you a slouch or anything to just say like, hey, I'm frustrated right now. I think it makes you stronger. It doesn't make you a negative person either. The negative person is the one that constantly dismisses their negative feelings and then wonders why they don't have like the real genuine positive results. Because I feel like they're just dismissing those negative feelings. I'm not saying dwell on negative thoughts and this and that, but it's important to let that shit out of your mind, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I think regardless, I'm just doing the best I can. Yeah, man. Sorry if it feels like I'm complaining a lot in this episode. I'm not, I promise. I'm trying not to, at least. But I'm frustrated, Just feeling like I put a lot of work in, and I haven't seen the results that I want to see from the work that I put in just yet. I know it's coming, and I'm staying positive about that. But it is frustrating at times when you think that you should be further along and you're busting your ass, but you're not seeing the results. So it is what it is, man. Frustration is a sign that you care and that you just have more to go. You can't let it discourage you or stop you or make you quit what you're doing. You got to keep leaning into the frustration. Lean in and keep going after it, man. So we'll get there, baby. We'll get there. So I'm going to close it up, man. I've been complaining for almost 20 minutes now. But, yeah, man. Go check out my new song out now. Same Me, featuring Bruiser Wolf and Emac Made It. And, yeah, man. New album on the way. It's slated for April 17th. But we'll see what happens. You can't make any guarantees anymore with time and music, so that's my goal date. But if it gets pushed back, it will come out sooner or around that date. So yeah, man, locking in, dealing with frustrations. I hope you guys have a good week, man, and yeah, we'll talk soon. So much love, peace.